Okay, so Rick Ross dropped a song that I think a vast majority of people were not expecting. The song is 4 minutes and 51 seconds long, right? And so I don't think a lot of people were expecting the song to come out, but it came out. We're gonna talk about it. It has some amazing features on it. It's called Outlawz. And then when Rick Ross drops, it's almost like he only drops gems when he drops. So this is something to listen to because he just kind of speaks about. He almost speaks like a prophet. After a quick word from our sponsor, we'll definitely get into this. So I hope you enjoy this kind of thing of Rick Ross and these features dropping. So I said Rick Ross dropped something, and I think this song is kind of a shocker to a lot of people that it even dropped because I was not aware that Rick Ross was dropping anything until his album officially dropped. That was on the 12th or the 10th. As I said, these features are very special, but also very different from a Rose feature. Jasmine Sullivan is one of the features. Now she's a great R&B singer. She has great lyrics. She's vocally, she brings a different sound to a track every time she's on it. So I expect nothing less from her. And some of these lyrics kind of prove my point. She just kind of talks about that she can't stop loving this person. And why can't people mind their business when I say that I'm over you or something? But you keep bringing them this information about this guy and how you ended and you falling back for him. Just, it doesn't make sense. So her friends are just trying to help her out, but she keeps trying to figure out why they're always in her business, which is, as I said, this is nothing special. A Rose track is supposed to make you think, which isn't very different from what this track is doing. There's also a 21 Savage feature on here, which I don't think a lot of people that listen to Rose were like, hey, we're going to get a 21 Savage feature anytime soon. But his verse is still decent. It's not the great 21 Savage verse. It's a great 21 Savage verse, but it's not the 21 Savage verse that we were all looking for when you get on the song with, like, Jasmine's, and then Rose that ended. I think we were expecting more from 21 Savage. He just kind of speaks on really how people view hip hop and view their opinion as the only right opinion for hip hop, which isn't true. Hip hop has changed drastically over the decades that hip hop's been a thing. So when Nas and Jay had it, it was something. When Cool J had it, it was something. When Drake had it, it was something. When Rick Ross had it, it was something. When Lil Wayne had it, it was something. Hip hop is always evolving, so him saying that he doesn't understand a lot of people's opinion on hip hop, and a lot of people say that this artist isn't good for hip hop, which I don't think that's a valid argument for some people, because hip hop is so subjective as a culture, but also as hip hop. Hip hop is always evolving. It was called rap. It's hip hop is doesn't have like a strict kind of emotion to it, so these different perspectives on hip hop. He's saying that he doesn't understand a lot of people's opinions on hip hop, which I can understand, but also people bringing it to an artist like, we don't like this artist. This artist doesn't represent hip hop. Doesn't represent hip hop. A lot of artists, hip hop has changed for a lot of them. It's not necessarily what it was coming into the game or what they saw it was before. Hip hop's changing. However, we get this Rose kind of, hey, I'm here. Let's talk about a perspective. Where he says, well, in Rose, I want to say, Rose is a person where he's always trying to put the people on around him, his friends, family. He's always trying to uplift them. So there's a metaphor of him saying that he wants them to be on the mountaintop with him. Like, hey, we're creating stuff, we want you with it, or we're building something which we want you to be part of his empire. Which he is admiring a lot of people, because a lot of people, when they get on, they don't put people on. But he's saying, because Rick Ross is so much of a person where he wants to help people, that he's saying, hey, I'm going to help you get on, and we're going to be on the top of Mount Rushmore because I'm going to help you get started, and we're going to follow your passion, you're going to do your dream. And he also says that he's living better than your favorite rappers, which is true because a lot of rappers only show what they're doing when an album is going to drop, right? Like if it's an album release drop, then you only live like a lavish lifestyle. But Rose has shown multiple times, even when he's not releasing an album, he shows into his life, and his life is always the same. No matter if it's this, parties, or just kind of just celebrating being by himself. Rose has always been that kind of person. And he's just saying, like, if you're not a boss, you can't be in these conversations. Whereas, like, if you don't want to be a boss, or you don't really want to create your own things, or you don't want to become the person signing people's checks, or you don't want to do something and put a team member on or a family on, then you can't really consider yourself a boss, and we can't really have this conversation. Which is great because Rose is so much like a prophet because he wants to help you be a better version of yourself, which a lot of artists do. Jasmine Sullivan carries this with this chorus that I think is great. Her voice carries it. A song, the track is great. It lines up with the beat. 21 Savage, as I said, his bars can be a little better, but Rose embodies this track, and I have to give this track like a 7.5 out of 10 just because it's a powerful track, and this track is like almost 5 minutes long, which could be long to some people, but it's not really a long track. It's a very conversational track. You don't hear too much rapping. You kind of hear people talking, more like a general conversation subject, talking, not necessarily rapping, which I do like from Rose. Rose, when he speaks, it's always good to listen because Rose gives kind of food for thought. So I do like this kind of way that Rose has established, and if his album is this way, his album is going to be great.